Hello everyone and welcome to this week's daily race B and C lap guys at Catalunya with No Chicane and Suzuka. But we are starting off with the daily race B in Catalunya with the GT3 cars on racing medium tyres, and I have chosen the McLaren 650S because at the moment it is my favourite go-to car and it is actually quite good around this circuit as well. So let's crack on with it and let's do the lap guide for you. As we head down the home straight, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel and keep up to date with my future contents and live streams. But as we're approaching the first corners, we will be looking for this black sign just here, just before the 100-meter board. Full braking power down into second gear, and you want to try and take this corner nice and smoothly because it can upset the cars, especially on the curbs. So take it nice and steady into third gear on your way out. Like you see, I'm a bit slidey about. Just if you are like that, just give it to let off the accelerator. Again, throttle control around this swooping right-hander, and then when you get to this orange section in the middle of your screen, that is your indicator to go full throttle out, and you should not go and run too wide. Your next braking point is just before the tunnel, or there's a little white mark on the side of your screen. When that leaves your screen, full braking power down into second gear. You want to get as close as you can to the curb as possible, and when you get to that first Gran Turismo sign, that is, you want to try and start accelerating or start getting full accelerating out. Just be careful because you can oversteer and spin out, so be careful. You've got a couple of signs here. You've got the barrier on your left, the building on the right, and the little tarmac in the middle. But when they start leaving your screens, that is your indicator full braking power down into first gear, and then try and accelerate smoothly out. Just be careful because that's another spin out corner. Then again, this is a very tricky corner. When you get to before the apex begins, full braking power down into third gear, and then you'll take it steady, go a little bit on the curb but not too much. You think you could be running out wide, but as long as your left tires do not go over the apex, you won't get a track penalty, so just be careful there. When you get to this swooping right-hander, when you get to the end of the curb, you want to do a little dab of braking, and then when you get to the sausage curb on the right here, that is your acceleration marker. Again, just be careful not to run out too wide. Just like I say, let off the throttle like I just did, and you should make that absolutely fine. Now your next braking point is this light sign just before the 100-meter board. Full braking power down into second or first gear. First gear for more rotation, but second gear for more stability. Just take it steady, get straightened up before you start fully accelerating back out. Then when you get to this greyish tyre marks here, you want to quickly get back onto the brakes and get as tight as you can to the apex on your right. And then when you get to this orange coloured barrier on your left, when that starts leaving your screen, that is your acceleration marker. Then to go through this swooping right-hander, when you get to the end of the green and the apex, you want to quickly have a little lift off, get as close as you can to them cones, put it back onto the acceleration again. Then your last braking point is the pit stop sign on your left, or in the middle of the yellow sausage curb. Quick dab of braking down into third gear, keep on the dark section, and then quickly boot it back out as quick as you can. And that is your lap guide for daily race B. Let's go on to daily race C for Suzuka. Welcome to Suzuka for daily race C. We are in the GT2 cars, and I've chosen the NSX. It is a 10-lap race around this circuit on racing soft tyres. There is no mandatory pit stop, so it is a full-blown sprint race. But be careful for this race as well, because of the GT2 cars, the dirty air is ferocious. So you've got to try and pick and choose your moments and make mistakes for you to overtake pretty much. So be warned, this will be a chaotic race. But let's crack on with it. Let's do the lap guide. When you start your qualifying time, you want to be starting third gear at the S's for more traction, or else you quite easily can spin out in second gear. So I prefer to do it in third, so just a voice for you. But when you get to your first corner here, you want to be braking just before the curb starts, and you want to be doing about 50% braking power to keep that car turning. And you want to try and take this as smoothly and as quickly as you can. And these two light posts here is your indicator to start accelerating again. And you want to be, like, say, 3/4. By the time you get to the last one, you want to be fully at it. Now, for these multiple of S's coming up now, is all about throttle control and braking control, and keeping your car as close to the apexes as possible, and trying to keep it, like I say, and keeping your speed as high up as you can without understeering or oversteering, because again, these GT2 cars are horrible to drive. So again, just be careful through them sections. And then blitzing it down here, your next braking point is just before the 50-meter board here. You want to go down into fourth gear and try and take a little bit off the apex on your right. You want to take a look at, well, or not, I was wrong there, but you can do it, just got to be careful. And then your next braking point is this white sign. When that literally hits your edge of the screen, down into third gear, nice and smoothly out. You want to try and keep the speed up there, as if you slow out that corner, it will give people the advantage to do a dive bomb for this next corner. And your next braking point is the curb on the end of the curb on your right. Full braking power down into second gear, get as tight as you can to the apex, and straighten the wheel up before you fully accelerate back out, because that corner is the probably easiest corner to spin out on. Blitzing it, I forgot to speed this up, I do apologise. Carry on, and the next braking point is the little tarmac between the 50 and 100 meter board. Full braking down into third gear, but be careful about understeer, because I do it just here. You want to try and get to the first apex on your left and go smoothly out to the right, then lift off just before the end, kiss the apex on your left again, and then when before that ends, you want to try and start accelerating back out again, and then turbocharger all the way up here, flat out on this left corner. It's easy to do, don't need to lift off or anything. Then your last braking point is just after the 150 meter board here, so about 135 meters. Full braking power down into second gear. And when you get to the first corner, you want to be attacking the first apex. You want to go over it. Bit burst of acceleration into third gear for stability, and then accelerate out. But do be careful, because you can spin out in third gear on that last corner. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you out, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.